I have too many times, okay, um, attracted these relationships that somebody always has drama and bullshit around a close friend. I'm sure if any of you follow on social media, I have wrote about this. All right. And okay, I realized that it's always some over boundary stepping friend in somebody's life. And it's always some man, my phone is full of political bullshit. It's always not only some boundary stepping friend, it's just always some bullshit with jealousy and extraness every time. And it continues to be this unfortunate pattern. Okay. Unfortunate pattern. And it continues to be this thing where this is just always childishness and stupidity. And this is what I'm saying that I let go. I mean, when I say that I've been awakened, I've been awakened. Okay. I'm realizing the parts of me that have been unhealed for some time, the parts of me that may have seemed I had some arrested developments. Okay. Even if I did not have arrested development, I can see where it can be, where it looks like that. I also look at the fact that you know why. Okay. You know why. But here's the bigger picture that I had to come to in my life. And I hope you yourself will, I hope you can learn from what I'm telling you. Number one, um, it is very pivotal to have somebody that truly has their own mind and they don't have this mother womb way that they lean on people. Okay. They don't have this because this is my own, I get it, that they rely on somebody who is completely broken. And here's what I'm saying about where this can get uh convoluted. Okay, I'm saying this because when you have a mother, right, even if your mother may not be the best person, right, if you have if you're not aware of your mother, you won't realize that your mom is a loser. Your mom is gossiping. Your mother's mean, right? You don't realize that your mother is insecure. Your mother is a jealous bitch. You won't realize these things about your own mother because you're coming from the child perspective of this is my mother. So what happened is I noticed that what is going on is sometimes things can feel like someone you know has put a spell on somebody or all this stuff and this that and the third and blah blah blah, and that could be possible, that could be very much possible. um the thing is, what happened is when you have these type of situations happening in your life, this is where it can get very ugly when it's in your adult body, in your adult life with another adult. And this is where the mother womb, daddy womb thing comes in. And this is how it can reflect in your life. Everybody, most people I have known have lost their mother very early in their life. Do you understand that your own mother womb can reflect, or father womb can reflect in that very same way? Either they lost their mother or their father early in their life. And that's the reflection of my own life. It not the same exact way, but it's a reflection of my own life. I noticed that these people don't know how to make decisions for themselves without listening to what someone else is saying. Right? I noticed what kind of experiences what you experience, and I also noticed the jealousy, envy, and hate that comes with the mother womb. And this is my own internal awakening to this. And what I learned is through what I have to say is that this is not about anybody else but myself. Okay? Because I literally have experienced things where people have these pathetic ass people that they've been around, and I have been around some pathetic ass people as well. um People who don't really have, even if they're even if they are, let's say they are actors, let's say they are designers, whatever the case may be, there's some sore loser way that they are defeatists in life. You get what I'm saying? There's some sore loser way that they just that they do life, no matter what they have. And so there's a lot of things that I have to step into in the mirror and really, really, really face. There's a lot of experience that I have to step back and really, really, really face. So when I put that post up last night or this morning, I meant every single fucking word that I said. I let go of this story. I let go of this pattern. And this is why I say any woman who's experiencing the fake friend experience, or anybody experiencing the fake friend experience, this is stemming from a wound. That's the only way this person was able to get in. It is stemming from a deep wound. I had to sit here and I imagine myself standing here. And I went from every person that was in my life, and I had every single person stand in front of me. Every single person. And every single person had the same fucking story. Every single person. Every single person. It was like, this name, fill in the blank, this, fill in the blank, this, fill in the blank, this. It was the same as story. I could just fill people up in front of me, faces. If I remember their faces and not names in front of me. Same story. Same shit. I'm not looking at it as karma. No. This goes all the way back to my precious age of beyond this same story. And then I go back into my childhood, and oh boy, it's the same story. Over and over and over. So then it makes me look at myself and say, what is my associations? Why do I care? Why did I care that I didn't have the friends that I once had before? Because I have learned something about friendship, and this is what it taught me. When you're aiming for success, you're looking to have the best people that you're associated with. You're looking to associate with the best people. When you're aiming for success, you're looking to only have people who align with the same goals, the same drive, the same whatever you got going on. And when you are aligning for success, it is about business. That's it. It's about business. And it's about knowing, hold on, knowing how to do business with others. Hold on. If you okay. It's about business. What else is about business? Huh? I said out my mouth, the black woman has no friends, right? I said out my mouth, the black woman has no allies, right? I said out my mouth that everything about, you know, I said a lot out my mouth, right? But I have truly come to see that true friendship, true allies, true people in our lives are supposed to be the people that align with our success. That's your true team in your life. See, I realize, and I'd rather write it in my journal, the part that stemmed from my childhood with that is that I'm a product of a teen mom. Okay? And this is why I speak the way I feel about teen parents. I'm a product of a teen mom. I'm a product of being a child from being birthed from a child. And they say that adults with immature parents, they got a whole book for us. But I'm a child that was birthed from a child. Okay? And so therefore, this is why this constant behavior keeps reflecting, keeps reflecting, keeps reflecting, and keeps reflecting over and over and over in my life through all these different people. I'm serious. Sit there. That's what I did. Just sit there, stand there in your imagination. Now take everybody, every ex you had, every ex you had. What was the problem? Just replace them. What was the problem? Just one line. What was the problem? What was the problem? What was the problem? Was the one thing that was the problem? And just keep putting them down, putting them down, putting them down in this space in front of you. Every single one. Have them walk and stand, walk and stand. I guarantee you're going to see a pattern. You're going to see a pattern of what you did. You're going to see a pattern of how you feel. You're going to see a pattern. Then you're going to have to dig all the way down in that childhood, and you're going to see a pattern. Then you're going to see a pattern. And when you see the pattern, you're going to go down in that childhood, and you're going to see that pattern again. You're going to see that pattern again. And that's the core answer to everything in your life. From your beauty and the trauma you endured from that, from everything. You're going to realize that it didn't start when you were whatever age in this world. It started before that. Now, you'll also realize what kind of people you were attracted to. And you have to start digging into that for yourself. And so this is the awakening that I've come to. Like a major awakening that I come to. The pettiness of it all. You know, why am I going back and forth with you over petty change? This is petty change. Money that you need. but you're acting as if you don't need it. And it's not even just about them. That's the point. It's not about that. It's about the fact that childishness. And so therefore this is why you have adult children just walking around here. Okay? All right? This is why you have codependency and emotional things where people are constantly trying to fulfill themselves with people who don't fulfill themselves. It's all these different things that play a major role. Do you understand what I'm saying to y'all? It's all these different people that here I am remembering myself since a young girl, dreaming, creating my own magazine, writing my own stories as a little girl. And I remember those things being interrupted in my life as a little girl, as a teenage girl. So, what happens when you get older? Now you're subconsciously sabotaging yourself unknowingly with this person and that person, with yourself, with this and that, with children, with this and that, not understanding why I can't just get to what I need to get to and why I keep having all these problems. Okay? Why I keep having all these problems? Because that's the parts that need to be healed. That's the part that needs to be healed. Now, that's the reason why it's called an awakening, because I realize, okay, I realize that, wait a minute, this ain't, this not new. Wait a minute, there's a pattern here, and now I'm waking up to this pattern. I thought I knew what the pattern was. Don't get me wrong. I thought I knew what the pattern was. I did. I thought I knew. But I did not feel the pattern. Meaning I had to look in the mirror. Okay? I had to look in the mirror. Okay? now to see the pattern. I had to go back inside of myself to see the pattern. And then I wasn't so mad about it. That's what's so different. Because anger clouds you. That's the thing about anger. It clouds. It just, what you think when you're angry about something, it just boggles the brain up. You know what I mean? Your brain don't really deal with it, okay, like it should deal with it. And now when you're having an awakening, there's a feeling over the body. There's an awakening. It's like you, oh wait, I get it. I get what happened. I know now. I know why. You get it. You wake up. You wake up. And it's like, it's nobody else. That's the problem. It's like, it's really not anyone else. It's you. It's you, it's you, it's you. It's the pattern that you have that is the problem. And this is when you understand the womb of a parent, you see how it plays out in your life. This is, I understand now why they call it this womb, this parental womb. The shady person, the person with the nasty mouth, the disrespectful person, the arguments, the insecure person, the fake friend, all of that stems from ourselves. Nobody can destiny swap with you when you're in tune with yourself. No one can destiny swap with you when you love yourself and know what you're worth. No one can do all of these things to you if you know yourself. Rico Nasty knows herself. There's no destiny swapping with her. Asian Doll tried it, but it didn't work. Clearly, Nicki Minaj has some parental womb. Her brother is a sex offender, and she still went to court standing beside him. You know, understand? Um, and then she ended up being with one. There's a womb there with Nicki that she's not touching. And this is how, quote unquote, Cardi B was able to destiny swap with her. That's how it happens. You can't be touched. Your armor can't be penetrated through. It can't be a womb can't be fingered or fucked with if you have a strong when you have a strong armor about yourself. When you have a strong sense about yourself, none of that can happen to you. None of it will move you. You will shut it down. When I'm at my day job, nobody gets to say nothing negative about anything about my work ethic. I shut that shit down. I shut it down. And then I realized in my own life, my own mirror. Don't see it as your flaws. Don't see it as, just find another word for it. I I see my own mirror in my life. I see why it's the same pattern of attraction. Same shit attracting the same shit. And now it's time for me to get over the hump. I feel like I gotta sneeze. Now it's time for me to fully let go. Because it's not nobody else at this point. She can sit here in this inbox and argue about money. It ain't about no fucking money. What is money? Currency. Currency. What do we talk about money? Self-worth. Your relationship with your money is about your relationship with yourself. Self-worth. That's all it's about. It ain't about no money. It ain't about no gas money. See? Which is cancer, which is the car, which is the home life, which is the mother. See how it all works? Universe is beautiful. It ain't about that shit. It's much, much deeper than that. The people around me always got some situation with something in a mother or something with a parent. It's always the same fucking pattern. So now with this awakening, it's time to yes, baby, I need a break. I need a break. Technically, this is the third show from the last show, but this is like, I need a break. I know, I do. I got to get away because I was sitting around yesterday and, I don't get triggered, but my spirit was just getting so annoyed because it was just like everybody's so damn childish. You know what I mean? Just those shows had a lot of videos. You know how I be falling asleep. Those shows are like 4 hours, and then the show before that, I'm actually talking on that show. Yeah, I got so. I just was like, yo, everybody's so childish, bro. I don't want to hear none of this political shit no more. It's just like everybody just running around here, just being big old kids in the playground and gossiping and fighting each other and laughing about it and running around in the playground. Like, that's the vision I got when I was looking at everybody. I was like, yo, I said, I know around the world that people do shit, but it's like, I don't see this level of childishness around the world in other spaces. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you have people, what is a fight when you have a country of people who are being blown up and the families are being blown up and the families are being starved. What is the debate on that? Can someone help me understand the debate on that? I mean, I would like, if you can help me understand, I will really listen. But I highly doubt you can help me understand that. The non-recent videos that I want to listen to, you taking them all down? No, I'm not taking anything down. I don't think that I'm taking anything down. I don't plan on taking anything down. This is what I'm saying. Like, yeah. I just realized, like, what is the argument? Why are people being punished for saying free Gaza or free basic other human beings from being tortured due to whatever? Why are people think, not why, people think it's okay to watch people get dragged off by ICE. That's hilarious to people. I mean, it's gotten worse, bro. ICE is jumping and beating up people. This woman was literally crying about her family in her language and just basically pleading, please don't take us back. And homie just straight football charged into her and shit. And she's just screaming for her life, confused. I'm trying to understand, where's that funny? And that's the thing that is just where I was listening. I was like, nah, bro, this ain't cool. None of this shit is cool. None of this shit is funny. This is like, does everybody have an arrested development? Does everybody have an arrested development? It's because of the kind of president we have. People, yes, the president does affect the behavior of the people. I did not see this with biting or any. The one thing about the the one thing that you can say about Democratic people is that the trends were running amok. They were going too fucking far. Okay, they took it to the max. We know that. This stuff right here is sad. It's all sad. Even with the last president, shit was sad, but it's all sad. It's all fucked up. I'm not trying to even separate the presidents. It's all fucked up. This is what I've just come to. Not that I didn't know this, but it just hit me so hard. Like, this is not how I'm going to remain aligned. If I go into these spaces and I look at these things, I'm not going to be aligned. I'm not going to be aligned if I continue to live my life this way. You know what I'm saying? Like, how am I going to be aligned and get to the level of where I need to go in my life if this is the type of content that I'm engaging in? You get what I'm saying? I need to sip some tea today. And the point is, I'm not going to get aligned. You get what I'm saying? I'm not going to get to the level that I need to get. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Hold on, pick up my money. Yeah, excuse me. So I understand what you're saying, and I can agree with you. There's something higher than this for me. There are umpteen opportunities in front of me. You understand? And I mean upteen opportunities for me, you know, and I can say this. And I have opportunities I can create for myself. I cannot be aligned with this shit whatsoever. I mean, I have to hone all the way into what is my craft. Yesterday, I was doing something, right? And when I was doing something, I realized in that very moment, I already have all the answers, right? It was like boom, like a big revelations, a big awakening. I was like, I have all the answers. I'm already answering everything that I need to answer. And I started to realize too how I was operating yesterday when I was doing something. And I was like, no, no, no. I'm speaking to myself. I have to hone all the way in. Okay? I have to hone all the way in to my frequency and to my alignment. That's the only way that it's going to happen for me. That's what I had to realize. I had to realize that I am to the level in my life where it's like I don't hold on to the outcome of anybody in my life. That's just what it is. I don't hold on to these thoughts no more. I let it all go. It's like my body just literally is getting lighter and lighter. I just let it all go. I let go. I do. I just realized the most that I am becoming to this point where I'm like, how do I say this? Like what I'm seeking, what I'm aligning with requires more energetic discipline. Do you get what I'm saying? It requires more energetic discipline. And I need to drift away. I need to just get into that for now on. I can't do nothing else right now. Yeah, I really can't. I can't do nothing else right now. I think that, you know, uh from this revelations of myself, I had saw something I had wrote about me being a screenwriter, a storyteller, word alchemist, and all these things, right? Um, and how writing has always been in my life. Writing, creating, and doing everything I've done do has always been in my life. And then other things came with it: fashion, beauty, uh, everything has always been a part of my life. And I sit here and I accept these things, right? And I learned that asking itself is the path. Asking itself is the answer. Yeah, that is something that I had to absolutely wake up to. Okay? And then I had to absolutely realize all that I've gained and known through all of the bullshit, all that I have known, all that I have been, all that I have ever been in my life and wanted and needed. What does it all come down to? It all comes back to me, right? It all comes back to me. Like, and it comes back to all I ever wanted. And so now I'm waking up at another level in my life. Now I'm being more kind and more patient with myself. Now I'm talking more kinder to myself. I'm finding what I'm worth a lot more. I'm realizing, what have I really lost with all these people? Time. I just lost my time with all these people. And I don't even get up into that because I know what my lesson is. But see, this is me. This is my internal awakening. This is my mirror that I had to look at in order to find this. I don't know. I can't tell you what yours can be. I really don't know what to tell you. I mean, listen to Shin Hangi, master teacher Shin Hangi. Go back, listen to those videos and everything he's saying. That's the only thing I can recommend. I can also recommend that, you know, you you also, what's the name? You get what I'm saying? You also, what's the name, meaning you put in the work to get the healing, because you have to work through this shit when you are asking the universe to provide you with a certain amount of wealth, and asking putting in the universe quantum leaping to a certain type of lifestyle. You have to get over this shit. You have to work through this, because if you don't, you're going to have a lot of money and you're going to still have the same womb and issue with a lot of money. And that is the worst place to have it, because the karma is deeper. The karma crashes a lot more harder in that space. So you have to work with the little. Money is the test. Please write, money is definitely the test. You have to work with the little that you have to understand where you are going. To understand what needs to be healed. I know healed is such a word thrown around, but it needs to be worked through. The mirror that you have to look at, you have to work through that shit. Because I'm telling you, it will keep showing up over and over again. When you sit here and you watch somebody get on these panels and they ask questions, how many children do you have? How many baby fathers do you have? This is all questioning people's pattern. You see what I'm saying? Well, when did you have your children? Oh, okay. Oh, when people calculate, oh, so you haven't had no children since you were 29. Oh, okay, so you don't have, they do this calculation in their head, and then that it comes the question of, what have you been this is all what people do. But I'm learning that as the vibrations go higher, no one's asking you questions like that. They want to know, what do you have? What have you accomplished? What have you invested into? How can we work with you with a brand, this, that, and the third? That is what the question is that you get in that space. That's the kind of conversations you get in that space. Okay. What's this number? What's the area code? 678. Damn, where's the sixes at? I didn't even know we had a six area code. Oh, that's Atlanta metro area. I thought Atlanta was just the fours. They got 7 7s, 4 4 6 7 8. I had no clue. Oh, I thought Atlanta was like all fours. That is so funny. Y'all knew that? I did not know. I was like, where's this person at? Okay, so that's actually cool. That's hilarious, though. That's hilarious. So, all of this stuff in my life that I've had this beautiful awakening to, and I know it's beautiful because I didn't cry, I didn't break down and cry, none of that shit. No, no, no. It's a beautiful awakening. And I said, oh, here it is. Here's the answer. Here is the answer. And so, therefore, when you have these little awakenings, these things will be the very beginning of where your life will transform. Trust me when I tell you. Your life will go into something that's different. Okay? Something that's renewed. Something that's not going to tell the same story anymore. And trust me, you'll move, you'll shake, you'll take action because you had the awakening. And it takes time. It takes time. Because I sat here, and when I tell you I was like emotional yesterday, I was emotional. I was emotional. When I tell you that I could not do anything, like I couldn't do anything. And I couldn't do anything because I was like, I was figuring out something about myself. I was like, I noticed that when I have something to do, I won't do nothing creative. I'll make sure I do that thing that I have to do, and I won't do nothing creative. And I'm like, I need to break out of doing that because I can still do something creative while still doing all what I need to get done, right? So, what reason am I not doing something creative because I got something, this important task, I guess, to get done? That's going to get done regardless of whatever, right? And so I had to, one second, y'all, come to terms with that. And so I had to come to terms with that. So then I recognized that there were other aspects in my life of things, like goals and checking off my lists and organization and all these different kind of things that start hitting my mind of things that I needed to do or that I needed to get done and stuff like that. And so I realized in the moment that when I told you about my childhood and about who I am and what I've been doing, and I was posting all this stuff last night about myself, right? And I was like, wait a minute, hold on. I have been doing this and I kept doing this. And despite the fact that I don't feel I made a wise choice by having children, I did it in my 20s. So I'm allowed to make mistakes in my 20s. But what did I do after that? What did I do during that? I still kept going. What did I do in my 30s? I pioneered in my 30s. I trailblazed in my 30s. How did I distract myself? Because it goes back stemming from the childhood. What am I doing now in my 40s? What opportunities are in front of me in my 40s? And here I am trailblazing again. And here we have this little hump right here, this little hurdle right here called a relationship.